Good evening, tree holders. My name is Barbara Krauss from Cranford, New Jersey. As a 52-year resident of Union County, I am addressing you on the subject of the biking access to the trails of Watchung Reservation. My background as volunteer conservationist lends validity to my concern for the reservation. As an environmentally conscious citizen, I have served as a founding member of the Hanson Park Conservancy in Cranford, a 10-year member of the Cranford Tree Advisory Board, a 25-year member of the Union County Air Traffic Noise Advisory Board, and a leader of the Cranford effort, which saved 700 trees from destruction at Union County College. With your help, thank you. First, may I preface my comments with the Merriam-Webster legal definition of the word, and I quote, reservation. It's a public land reserved for a special purpose as conservation, a natural habitat for wildlife, etc. With this definition, it appears that the reservation is a passive area use, and mountain biking, by definition, as an active use, presents a serious conflict. Notice that it is a reservation, not a park. The reservation was planned by the Olmsted Group to be a passive reservation. In New Jersey, the most densely populated state in the country, it is shocking and short-sighted to think that the Union County freeholders could allow the Jersey Off-Road Bicycle Association to take over the largest pristine open acreage of Union County, thanks to Olmsted planning and the foresight decades ago of members of the Union County government right here. Never would they have condoned desecration of their legacy. It has been mentioned by the bikers there are at least 21 New Jersey parks where mountain biking is permitted, and so that is fine for parks, which by definition can sustain the multiple active uses. Letters in the Westfield Leader newspaper from bikers referred to the Watchung Reservation as a park, stating, I quote, the park is useless to all that live in Union County, and it's past time for those guys causing mismanagement to step aside so the park can be enjoyed by all, not just the grumpy few. Sadly, the definition of park versus reservation is ignored, and that we who live here in Union County, who are not bikers but are devoted environmental conservationists, families with small children, hikers, bird watchers, etc., are not just the grumpy and not just the few. Watchung Reservation is not, as stated by a biker in the September 1 Westfield Leader to the editor in the letter, quote, the ideal location for the first and only mountain bike trail network in Union County, and quite simply, the presence of mountain trail bike riders at Watchung Reservation will make the experience safer and more enjoyable for all trail users, end quote. To believe that statement is irresponsible. It is very disturbing that, as reported from the freeholders meeting of August 18th, Chairman Bergen informed the bikers that a plan to reintroduce bikes to the reservation is forthcoming. And according to the Westfield Leader of October 6th, reporting the freeholders meeting of September 29th, Director of County Parks and Recreation Ron Zuber said, quote, the county is willing to listen to what the riders have to say before determining whether to amend the master plan to include mountain biking. Now, isn't that exclusionary? Why not be willing to also hear from the majority of Watchung Reservation patrons, the walkers, hikers, bird watchers, etc., all entitled to the quiet beauty of the reservation? Bikers do not automatically merit equal access to the reservation as demanded at the September 29th freeholder meeting. As reported in the same newspaper on the Union County freeholders meeting of September 29th, it is most troubling to read the comments of freeholder Chris Hudak, who said, quote, he welcomes the addition of mountain biking with a caveat that it is done correctly. And further, freeholder Angel Estrada responded that, quote, it's going to happen. I think it will happen. And you can quote me on that one. The county has scheduled a special meeting with bikers October 20th. Again, where is the input from or meeting with the longtime and current passive users of the reservation? Have the squeaky wheels pressured the freeholders to meet their demands? The Jorba Group is an organized statewide group, and if other patrons of the reservation were organized, they would speak with even more valid reasons to preserve the reservation from biker use. My plea is to urge the Union County freeholders to maintain the bike ban in the reservation and not introduce multi-use trails. All of us have a stake in the future of the Watchung Reservation to respect the time-honored legacy of the, excuse me, may I just finish one sentence? The time-honored legacy of the Olmsted vision by protecting the walking trails as planned by Olmsted, and to protect adults and families with small children who cherish the nature trails by preserving this jewel of Union County for future generations. Thank you. And the bikers did take more time after their time was up.
Publicity are read indicating the county has been requested to permit bikes on paths and Watchung Reservation. I would oppose the addition of these bikers on any trails current or future Watchung Reservation. For 24 years, I have utilized Watchung Reservation for hiking and jogging. The trail system is a highlight of the reservation and is well recognized and utilized for the hiking purpose. As a past championship college NCAA cross-country runner who has run courses throughout the East, I view Watchung as an ideal location for nature appreciation, peace and quiet, contained in a vast natural environment. Moreover, as a hiker, I traveled the Appalachian Trail for 22 summers over 1,000 miles through the United States from Virginia to Vermont. I've also hiked many miles throughout the trails where bikers are not permitted, and it's for good reason. Watchung Reservation should remain explored solely by foot travel. Many aspects of this proposal for bikes are concerning and deserve close consideration. 90% of the trails are one-person width, except for the bridle path. Numerous stretches are soft soil and will erode at bikes. Bikes will require widening of the trails. Who will maintain the trails with increased erosion from bikes? An example of an ideal path width for bikes is the DNR Canal, which is down here on the Raritan River, or unused rail lines. Here in Watchung Reservation, there are many sharp turns and blind corners. The vast majority of trails are not suitable for bikes because of the lack of visibility and passing ability. Bikers may not have complete control over their bikes or on rough trails. Some have hills and rocky outcrops, with bikers of all experiences and judgment levels. Overall incidents and injuries could rise, increasing liability against the county from both walkers and accidents for bikers. Would bikers and walkers be combined going in different directions or same directions? Walkers listening with earphones to electronic devices would lose the ability to detect approaching bikers, as we have much greater risk of accident. Weekends are popular walking periods for families and small children. Who has the right of way? Bikers. Some bikers will start privately timed competitive speed trials and performance-based course challenges. How would these be guaranteed not to occur? Construction of a path should be considered also wildlife habitat loss. Its effects require thorough examination. I know warblers and which are small forest birds, are sensitive to habitat loss, which should be examined as well, with any significant changes. This proposal presents safety hazards to hiker, walker, and biker. Access and evacuation of any injured persons is complicated by the terrain and woodlands. There are costs and liabilities to the county with respect to managing and anticipating possible injuries. How would police enforcement of rules be established on trails? How about increased county costs for sustained enforcement of rules? In summary, the negative implications of bikes in Watchung Reservation would destroy this large 2,000-acre passive, uneventful, therapeutic recreation environment in the most densely populated state of the county. Such an undisturbed area by human impacts make this reservation deserving of actually a wildlife refuge or a nature preserve designation.